with Mary.
Yeah. Morning, guys.
Good morning. The only overload I'll be getting today is plenty of chocolate. I'm super excited about this. Chef Tolu is here, of course, and she will be making us.
Mary, to be honest with you, the only reason why there's chocolate in this meal today is because of you.
I thought you were going to say something nasty.
No, I had to do something nice for you because you've been pestering me about it. And I'm like, you know.
Yes. So we're having some chocolate today.
All right.
So what are we making?
I'm making buttermilk vanilla cake with chocolate glazing. Now, just like last time, we made our chocolate from scratch. So I'm making our chocolate from scratch again.
Okay.
Well, chocolate glazing from scratch again. So right now, I have here butter, sugar, eggs, flour, and our buttermilk. That hence the name buttermilk vanilla cake. So now we can make your buttermilk.
Vanilla.
Yeah, and vanilla.
Okay.
You can make your buttermilk from scratch.
Okay.
So how do you make your buttermilk from scratch?
This is just butter.
Yeah, this is just melted butter. You can decide not to melt butter, but in this case, we're not using a stand mixer. Okay. So we're melting the butter in order for easy mixing.
Okay.
So we're going to mix this up. So now, how to make your buttermilk, because we don't have buttermilk readily available in this country. Yeah. So how you make your buttermilk is you buy your milk and you put like a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of vinegar, the white distilled vinegar in it, and you pour your milk and let it sit for 5 minutes. Okay. In this case, I prefer using evaporated milk because it gives it a better feel. Like it
so
becomes thicker.
Better. You can use regular milk, but it's better to use evaporated
milk.
Okay.
And the taste is richer. So basically, now the ingredients is egg, melted butter, flour, baking powder, evaporated milk, and vanilla, or evaporated buttermilk and vanilla. So Mary, what you're going to do for me is that you're going to break
the eggs. How many of them do you need?
I need 4.
4 eggs.
Yes.
Okay.
One at a time. Try not to let the yolk, the end crack, shell break in.
Okay. So when you're ready for the next one, let me know.
Ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
Good.
Careful, Mary.
I can break an egg. Gosh, you think I don't even know how to cook?
I didn't say anything.
Now, what I'm going to be talking about today is something that many people take for granted, yet don't seem to know that it has plenty of value. I'm talking about vanilla. Vanilla is actually very nutritious. It's healthy stuff. And when I say healthy, I mean with capital H. Let's talk about what vanilla does for children. Do you know it actually
Well, when you
helps?
say vanilla, is it vanilla flavored food or?
Vanilla itself and vanilla flavored food,
okay,
and all. The vanilla essence itself.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, it's quite tasty. So children could actually enjoy it, and it could help them fight fever as well as infections. And to an extent, it does help prevent cancer. I know cancer is what many people are so afraid of these days. So you hear a lot of this causes cancer, this helps prevent cancer. Yes, that's part of what vanilla does. And besides that, it also helps to soothe inflammation in the body. Okay. So if you're having some kind of inflammation, you could consider including vanilla in your diet.
Okay. So at this point, I'm going to start adding in the dry ingredients.
Okay.
Yeah? So we've combined our wet ingredients. You can mix it longer. The longer you mix it, the fluffier it gets.
Okay.
So I'm just going to dry ingredients, batch at a time.
Okay. How many people do you reckon this would make for?
It depends on your serving size, to be honest.
So what serving size?
Like if you're going to serve here, I'm sure like 10 people can get out of it.
That would be short slices.
Yes. What, are you trying to plan your escape?
Yeah.
Mary, really though.
I'm very happy that this is
light.
You're
supposed to be plotting for the chocolate glaze.
To run away with.
This will look for you.
You know she likes chocolate too, right?
Oh my God. Titi will find you.
Okay, so after this, you're going to put this and then the milk, right?
Yes, then we'll pop it into the oven for like 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay. All right, so we're making
buttermilk vanilla cake.
Buttermilk vanilla cake with chocolate glazing. That one I will definitely remember.
Food! Yes, that's what we have for you today.
Yes.
We always do every morning on Wake Up Nigeria. And Chef Tolu has been quite busy with preparation for today's cake.
And I'm making Mary's favorite
Yes,
thing in the
something that has
world.
chocolate. Anything that has chocolate is my favorite.
So anywho, so I'm going to take you through the recipe in making chocolate from scratch.
Yeah.
So in the saucepan, I have water, butter, cocoa powder. This is a bit of flour.
Okay.
You know, this is like the thickening agent. It's going to thicken it up. And icing sugar, and vanilla flavor. Now, you can decide to use milk. You can decide to use any kind of milk, evaporated milk, powder milk dissolved in water. You can decide to use anything. But this is, we are just using water, so we can get a smooth taste. So I'm just going to wait for the butter to melt a little bit.
All right. There was something you said earlier about the milk.
Yeah.
If I want to make use of evaporated milk, is it okay still?
For what? For this?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I said. I said you can use evaporated milk, use normal milk, any kind of milk, coconut milk.
Then the flour.
Yeah.
Does it matter what kind of flour?
It could be. It's either normal flour or corn flour.
Corn flour. So
Yes.
corn flour is fine. Because
Yeah,
I
corn
know
flour is fine.
sometimes you tend to say, oh, let's use corn flour. It's
Yes.
better. That's why I wanted clarification on that. So it's okay to use anything.
Okay, so I'm just going to combine everything.
Does it have to be hot?
Yes, you have to. We have to heat this up. I'm going to combine everything into the saucepan.
Okay.
Just can you help me scrape this out?
Sure. Sure.
Scrape, Mary.
No.
You
I
probably
want
need
to
this.
play around with it.
So now the whole idea of having the flour inside is going to serve as a thickening agent. So we're going to leave this on the burner for like 5-10 minutes.
Okay, so
Once you see
what we're making today is buttermilk
vanilla
cake
with
chocolate glazing. That one I could never get. Yeah, and so
Can you
we've
smell
actually
that, Mary?
it's awesome.
I
The
know.
smell of chocolate, always awesome.
Always.
We have the cake in the oven already. You already missed that, but don't worry.
I'll
She
take
will
you through the
definitely take you
ingredients.
through the ingredients and how we arrived at the cake as it is right now.
Okay, so I'm going to take you through the ingredients now.
Okay.
In the cake batter, we have flour, sugar, a pinch of salt, baking powder, melted butter. We use melted butter, but you can decide not to melt it. So what you have to do is that you mix the sugar and the butter first together. But that's the same process we did anyways. So flour, sugar, baking powder, eggs, then evaporated milk. We made our own buttermilk from evaporated
and
milk
vinegar.
and vinegar. So
Yeah.
you have to let that sit for 5 minutes. So the vinegar, because we don't have buttermilk readily available in this country, so you have to make it. So there's a clear difference. It's thicker, it's creamier, it's more sour than normal milk. So that's what we did. So we mix it together.
Oh, yes, we put a bit of
Vanilla in it. So we mixed it together and popped it into the oven. So it's in the oven at 160 degrees. In your if you're using normal manual oven, that's like Mach 3, Mach 4.
Okay.
But just look for the hottest part of your oven and be sure that you put it in the middle. So it's going to be in the oven for like 30 to 40 minutes, depending on your oven again.
Okay.
But once it's 30 minutes, you can start checking it with a skewer. How do you know your cake is done? Get toothpick or a skewer or knife, pick it and choke it in the middle of the cake, bring it out. Once you see that the stick comes out clean, then you know your cake is ready. If it has
6
wet and all that, nah, just leave it in it. And try not to check this before 30 minutes because there are sometimes that if you check it earlier and you put in your toothpick and it comes like it falls because you're going to make a hole in the middle because it's not steady enough to keep the shape. When you make a hole, it deflates.
Now I understand what happened the last time I baked.
Oh, right.
I just suddenly wondered. I was making cake, not flatbread. But that's why I ended up with flatbread.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Oh my God. If you can look, this is getting thick.
Yes, it's
The
getting
flour
thick.
is working.
Thick enough to eat.
All right.
Do I
Mary.
add this one?
No, that's
It's
fine.
okay.
That's fine. We
Okay.
have enough cocoa powder in here.
So it's
That's
going to
fine.
come out sweet, right?
Yes, because of the sugar.
Fantastic.
And you can decide to add honey. Honey gives it a different, oh my God, gives this nectar taste.
It's not too late. We can add the honey.
Well, bring it. if
Do we
have.
add the honey while it's on
Yeah.
fire?
Bring
We
it.
can't add it after, so the taste can be distinct.
We can do both.
Good one. Yeah. Okay, so this is the chocolate glazing. It appears to be ready.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so we made it from the scratch, so you can have an idea of how to make it yourself in case you don't have access to buying stuff like that in the market. Most of these things aren't very expensive. And as I say, our chefs right here on Wake Up Nigeria demystify the whole, that is a wonderful thing. Yes, they make it look so simple. And it is actually simple. It's stuff you can make on your own. All right, so it's buttermilk vanilla cake with chocolate glazing. Yeah, I love saying chocolate.
Receiving chocolate all day.
All day, yeah?
Am I right?
Chef Tolu, talk to us.
Buttermilk vanilla cake with chocolate glazing. So we made our chocolate sauce from scratch. So this is this is cocoa, salt, flour, butter. We can use milk or oil, milk or water, but we used water for this one.
Yeah.
So the buttermilk vanilla cake was we made buttermilk, flour, sugar, salt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all the
as
good,
well.
good things. All right. So you want to drizzle that here? Okay, right there.
I would like to drizzle this before going.
All over.
I need to ensure
Let's
that
go.
this is safe for eating.
Let's go.
No,
What's that?
Mike,
What's that?
Mike,
I need to confirm
That's for
first.
you, Mama.
Mike is very safe. So this
That's
is for you.
you.
Enjoy.
Woo!